Hi, how are you? I hope everyone is doing really well. I'm glad you came to see me. If it's your first time, thanks for coming. I appreciate the faith. And if you've already been here, thanks so much. I appreciate the return. I do this for you guys. ASMR community has given me so much, and I wanted to give back, especially when it comes to peace of mind. I really want to share with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. You just hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want. That'll notify you when I post a new video. So, my area in ASMR, I do some of the fun role plays, but mostly I'm Auntie Angel, who is a little bit older, who has been through some stuff, and who has learned some things by making a lot of mistakes. And I also am a firm believer in talking about mental health. So anything that I can do to save you any pain or struggle or help you not make a mistake that I've already made, I'm gonna do it, okay? So, today's video, let's talk about talking you down from a bad time, okay? I can tell it's been a hard week. Today is Sunday, so tomorrow most everybody's either back to work or back to school, and the whole grind starts all over again. And it's been a rough time. And you need a way to not perk back up, because I don't believe in that, but let's put things in perspective, okay? Because sometimes when we're having a hard time, everything just piles on top. It's like you can't get out from under because something else is waiting to pile on top of you. That has to do with anxiety. It can be depression, and it could also just be a bad day or a bad time. There are ways and things you can do to help make yourself feel a little better and put things more into perspective. One thing I highly recommend is centering yourself. And I don't mean new agey, although I guess if you are new agey, it's not wrong. But centering yourself can mean being in the moment. I think sometimes we spend way too much time looking at the past. It's a nice place to visit, but don't live there. Or looking towards the future. How can you live in a place that hasn't happened yet? We need to center on what's happening right now, what's happening around us. I have talked about this before, so if you've heard it, I'm sorry, but some people haven't, and sometimes it bears repeating. I like to do it. This is especially important if you find yourself having a panic attack. I'm sorry if you hear trouble breathing. Today's a bad breathing day for me. I live in Ontario, and we've been getting a lot of the smoke from the wildfires, and allergies are bad too, so forgive me, but I did want to talk to you guys. So, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method works for me. I'll teach it to you, and I hope it works for you. And you can mix these up into any order that you want to do. I do sight as my 5, but you can do touch, hearing, whatever you want. So the first thing I'm going to do, 5 things that I can see. So right now it's a picture on the wall, a lamp, my dog, my dog licking the dishwasher, some candles, a blanket, and a ceramic owl. Then I do 4 things I can hear. So I can hear birds outside at the bird feeder. I can hear my toaster oven running. I'm making some lunch. I can hear my cat snoring. For such a little thing, she can really snore. And the 4th thing that I can hear is my neighbor outside. They're mowing their grass. Now, 3 things I can touch, and I can touch my hair, I can touch this table. I can touch my phone case. And then two things I can smell. I can smell the furniture polish we used this morning. I can smell my frozen pizza cooking. And one thing I can taste. And I just had a strawberry watermelon quencher, so I can taste that. It helps, it really does, especially if you're in the middle of a panic attack or you can feel one starting. It helps to focus you in the moment. And sometimes that's what we need to deal with. If we're spending too much time worrying about the back or the front, we're missing what's right in front of us. And sometimes great things are happening right there and we're not seeing them. Another thing that we can do, this is for people who experience panic attacks. I actually learned about this from a television program, and it works for me. If it works for you, that's great. And I can tell you the rationale behind it. You say random numbers. 27, 108, 4, 1,032. Like, they have to be random and as fast as you can. The rationale behind it is that while your brain is focused on having a panic attack, you're making it focus on something that's not going logic. It's not going in the order it's supposed to. So suddenly your brain leaves this and comes over here, and it helps you to calm down. Okay? Those are things to do. But I find, especially when we start panicking about Mondays and what's going to happen tomorrow, and oh, I gotta go to work, or I gotta go to school, or anything like that. Go in the now. Get out of tomorrow and stay in today, just for a minute. And then what always helps, and all my angels who already watch are now going, we know, breathing. But it is true. Your breath is your only constant. It's the first thing we do and the last thing we do in life. Deep breathing can help clear our minds. It can help us calm. It can lower our blood pressure. It can help with the adrenaline that's coursing through us when we're in the middle of worrying and anxiety and panicking. So we're going to do them together. So how we do this, sorry, my nose is itchy, allergies. You breathe in, and it takes a count of 4 to get a full breathing in for this. And then a gentle hold for 4. And then a release for 4. Okay? And if you can only do 2, do 2. If you can only do 1, do 1. This is for you, so you do what you need to do. Okay? Let's do them together. Hold. Release. Excellent. Let's try that again. Hold. Release. Very good. Very good. Let's do one last one together, and I'll just count. You guys do the counting in your head. Ready? Very good. We have company on this table, and she's not supposed to be on it. But if I try to get her off, I'm going to knock over the phone. But Bella has decided to join us. Another thing you can do is talk. Find someone to talk to. That can sometimes help, just talking. Just make sure they know that you just want to talk, that you do not want them to fix it. You're not asking for advice. You just want to talk. And you'll listen to them, and they can listen to you. Another thing you can do, and you're already doing it, guess what? You're already ahead of the game. You're watching ASMR. You're watching YouTube. If my videos don't help you watch someone else's, it all is about you. What helps you? Watching ASMR to calm yourself, to relax, that's amazing. And that's what you need to do. If it helps you in the moment, that's perfect. Another thing that you can do is some visualization exercises. These are especially helpful when you're trying to sleep. But if you're just trying to relax, when you get so anxious, you feel like everything is tight and you're a string just waiting to snap, sit down or lay down, whatever makes you comfortable, okay? Close your eyes, do some deep breathing. And remember, I'm not a doctor or a counselor, I'm just a me. And this is what I've learned to do for me, okay? And I hope it helps you too. Close your eyes and imagine a chalkboard. And for you younger ones, a whiteboard. And you're going to write what's bothering you, what's worrying you. And I mean all of it. Write it all down. Visualize the writing utensil in your hand and write it out. Money, family, work, school, friends, politics, anything, health. Write it out. Stare at it and visualize yourself literally saying, I'll deal with you later. Imagine yourself picking up a cloth, a chamois. It fits perfectly in your hand, and you are going to wipe away all of those words. You're just going to wipe them clean. You can go up and down, side to side, circles, whatever you want to do. And then you're going to clean it. Now, clean it with a wet cloth, clean it with a wipe, whatever you need to do, because nothing looks nicer than a clean, fresh board, all nice and shiny. So you're going to wipe that away. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I'm a big believer in visualization. Also, I want you to sit down and write out some blessings that you're experiencing. And I know there's some people right now that are saying, I don't have any. And I'm so sorry that you feel that way. But as simple as I'm able to have technology could be one of them. I'm able to have a roof over my head if you have one. I'm able to have clothes on my back. I'm able to listen to this. I'm able to talk to someone. We don't always know our blessings, but once you start, they tend to add up. And again, it helps focus your mind from the negative and move it over to the positive, which is why another thing that I strongly urge people to do, and you can do this in your head, or you can actually get a book. I love having a journal. I have an addiction to blank journals. I really do. I like to go to sleep every night by writing a gratitude journal. 5 things I'm grateful for. And I think I got the idea from Oprah once, but I've been doing it for, almost 30 years. Blech. But I used to teach Sunday school, and I always, every year, would give my kids, because they were small classes, they all got a brand new journal. And I insisted they use it while they were in my class, but what they did with it afterwards was their business, and that I would never read it. But it's a great way to go to sleep with 5 things you're grateful for that day. What better way than thinking of something happy to go to sleep with? I've heard people say, do your intentions for the next day. Don't do that. It doesn't work for me. Maybe it will for you. For me, it just makes me anxious. But looking back at the day, and the harder the day, the harder it is to find those things, the more they mean. I've had a rough few days, and every night I have been able to find my things that I'm grateful for. And I wish that for you. I really do. Another thing you can do is look at yourself. Am I blowing something out of proportion? Because I am incredibly guilty of that. a little thing and I can blow it up into a catastrophe. That's actually a mental health word, catastrophizing something. Some things are horrible to deal with. There's no two ways around it. And that's where one of the best things you can do for yourself is lean on others. If someone offers you help sincerely, take them up on it. Not only will you be helping yourself, you'll be helping them. Because the bottom line is people do like to help each other. I believe that. I believe there's so much goodness in this world. I believe you're part of the goodness in the world. I believe with my whole heart that the world is a better place because you are in it. You were chosen to be here. We didn't come out of a cookie cutter factory or we'd all look alike. We'd all be alike. We are all here for a purpose. Many purposes. Nobody has just one. And you are special. And you deserve peace. And you deserve happiness. And you deserve love. And you deserve contentment. You deserve every good thing. And I know sometimes it's a struggle. But I also believe that we learn from struggling. That we grow when we struggle as well. What you're struggling with now is what you are going to be helping someone with in the future. Someone is going to come to you and you're going to be able to say, sit down, let's talk. I've been there. And it's going to help somebody. I know it will. So I hope this helps. I hope it's helped talk you down and help you get ready for Monday. I know Mondays can be hard on a lot of people. There was a time where Sunday night I would get really mean to my family. I would bark at them, I would snap. And I finally realized, what am I doing? It's not their fault, that I'm so stressed out at work. I physically have a basket. I had to physically put a real basket by the front door. And when I come in, I dump my problems in it. I physically make myself go. Anyone who sees it thinks I'm nuts, but that's what works for me. When I'm getting ready to go out, I just pick it back up. They'll always be there, but this way, I'm not taking it out on anyone, including myself. I think some of the hardest we are is on each other, ourselves. That came out wrong. We're hardest on ourselves. We expect more from ourselves than anyone else does. We criticize ourselves way more than anyone else will. I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am enough. I am more than enough. I am special. I know you'll feel silly doing it, but Auntie Angel is older and I'm telling you what to do. Go and do it. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am special. And you know why? Because I love you and I value you and I honor you and I am so very, very glad that you were born.